Fans of Cyberpunk 2077 are buzzing right now after CD Projekt Red is dropping some hints about multiplayer features coming to the sequel title, only a decade late.
And the cost of gaming just keeps climbing as Xbox just announced price hikes for all their consoles. We'll get into this and a whole bunch more right now on Gaming News Weekly. What's up, everybody? It's time for another episode of Gaming News Weekly, the best weekly video game news show out there. Every single Monday, we're bringing you all the biggest news from the video game industry. You can find us on YouTube and podcast services everywhere. My name is E-Rock the Red. As always, I'm joined by this man right here. Full clip. What's going on, dude? How are you?
What's up? Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm looking at myself and the thing. My beard keeps going like this. It's weird. I don't like it. I need to put
You're
some.
about to get struck by lightning.
It's all over the place. It's crazy. But other than that, I am great. I've been playing tons of video games, so I'm really eager to chat with you about all this good stuff. And yeah, we're heading into fall. This is our, our seasonal update. We talk about what season's coming up every week. Yeah. Coming into fall real soon, guys. All right, back to you, full clip.
Well, the good thing about the heading into fall weather that we've been having, I forgot to tell you this, when you asked me how I was pre-show, so this is a better time anyway. I've just been playing more No Man's Sky, so nothing great to talk about there. But yesterday, I went to some trade days, and I went yard sailing, and, aside from, the first thing I saw out of the entire day being this gigantic Nazi eagle with a swastika that was taken off the front of a building in Germany. Good way to start the day. I did find, I found a few things. I found a limited edition red Wii for $10. That's a steal. Not sure if it works, but, for $10, let's gamble. Try to clean it up. Other than that, I found just a few things. Yeah. Yeah, bought a few gaming-related things, and I found, a local flea market recently shut down and displaced a bunch of the vendors there, and just by luck and circumstance, I stumbled upon where the video game guy went. He's the dude who has, every console ever imagined, all the Xbox 360 games for $5, all the sports titles for $2. So I'll be heading back to that guy. He's got a Sega Saturn he's supposed to have in pretty soon, and that's the one thing I don't have in the collection from Nintendo on.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, I always wanted a Sega Saturn growing up. That was kind of right around the time I was small, but it was I was just starting to get into that shit where it was I remember wanting a TurboGrafx 16 also. That was even before then, but it was everything looked so gorgeous on those things, it was holy cow, this is a whole nother world. That's very, very cool. Now, does the video game flea market guy, he's probably aware that the price jump in the retro games has gone up. Is he reasonably priced, or is he still is he messing everybody up?
Well, I think it's a little give and take. On the games, you're better than eBay prices on most of them because it is just a flat $5, but some of those are going to come in around that price on eBay too. With consoles, most of them are reasonable. He was telling me he usually gets 60 or 70 out of GameCube, and I think that's reasonable today. It probably doesn't come with a warranty like it would if you went to an actual vintage game store these days, but I don't know that they would warranty it either. But that's okay. A Wii U, I was interested in a Wii U, and he said 150 on it, which seems high to me.
That does, especially because it was, such a failure. But I think now no one bought it in the moment, so everybody's because that's one I never had either. And there's a bunch of games that we're seeing, we talk about them now being released to the Nintendo Switch too. All these games that we missed in the Wii U era. So that's pretty cool. That one I would love to have a Wii U, and I would love to have just a regular Wii now that my son plays video games, because I think he would love a Wii. At his, he's 7, so it would be perfect for him. So maybe that's something I
Yeah.
should look into, getting a Wii. That's smart. So yeah, I don't have like a guy like that, like a flea market video game guy around here. We used to have a couple stores, like retro gaming stores, but they got crushed by COVID. I'm sure, like, where all those smaller stores, didn't make it very long. But yeah, I'll have to look into that. That's pretty cool. Nice. Well, good story. That was a good way to lead off the show. And now sit back, because I got lots of video games to talk about. I'll talk about a few of them now, talk about a few of them in the new releases. But the one game, I'm just going to talk about it briefly because it's a boomer game. No one wants to hear about it. Puzzle Quest, the OG Puzzle Quest, came out with a remaster of their first one. You ever play the Puzzle Quest games with the Match 3 RPG? So, yeah, I won't get into it too much, but yeah, it's like the different colors correlate to different spells you have. So if you match 3 red ones, it powers up this spell that uses red, so, down the line. And the same thing with the people you're fighting against. So you're trying to stop them from getting colors, and you're trying to get colors, and it's total like, phone game or whatever. This one is not on the phone. It's only on PC right now, Nintendo Switch, I think, PlayStation. But I got it on my Steam Deck, and I've been spending a lot of time just playing this friggin' Match 3 Puzzle Quest game, and it's really good. I haven't played so it's a remake of the very first one. I haven't played it in a long time, but I'm remembering it as it goes. It's still like they didn't do much to upgrade it. It's like the UI is still trash, and it feels like a game that's from that era. So, it is what it is, but it's puzzle matching, baby.
Hey, when they hit, they hit. When you were telling me about like the different spells and stuff, I have played some version of that. That's like a Magic the Gathering gym breaker game. That's on like I remember it on PS4, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, so they're fun. They're fun for what they are. And then another game that I got into, it just came out on the 18th into early access. It's a game called Pigface, and it is like a PS2 kind of era looking first person shooter, but it's like dirty. Remember like that Manhunt? Remember Manhunt, where it was just like kind of just like grimy looking,
kind of grunge,
and like violent. This is what that is. Like, so you're playing this character who has like a bomb in their head, and you're blackmailed to just go kill people, and like it's really a fast-paced first-person shooter, kind of like a boomer shooter type situation, but there's tons of different weapons and hammers and axes and stuff, and you're beheading people. And then the thing that this does a little differently is that there's different masks that you could get in the game, and the different masks give you different abilities, different like skills to get you through the game. It's a very, very cool game if you're into like anything like that, like the grimy, like dirty, violent games, or just first-person shooters. It's only in early access, and right now it's very short. I think there's only like 4 or 5 levels that you go through, and it is pretty easy. Like the enemies they're just dumb. It's just real dumb AI, and they just kind of run at you. But it's fun for what it is. It's really a good version of one of those, kind of horror-ish, violent first-person shooters. So I recommend that. I think it's it's maybe like $8 or something on Steam right now.
Nice.
So yeah, it's definitely fun if you're looking for something like that. I like those every once in a while. It's kind of like that's like a palate cleanser, a good first-person shooter, a good boomer shooter, like. You could just cruise through and then like jump into like another role playing game or something. That's how I cleanse the palate. So yeah, and this one's dirty. You like dirt, not like dirty, like sexy, like dirty, but like dirty, like actually dirty, like gross. So yeah. All right. And then I'll talk about some more once we get into our new releases. So what do you think? Should we do it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, first up, Skate came out into early access on September 16th to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One X, and S. Mobile is coming somewhere down the line. This is the new version of your skateboarding game. It's crazy that we got a Tony Hawk game and this game out in like the same year, which is pretty cool. But it's just, if you've played Skate before, which I really didn't, so this was all new to me. I played it once, maybe. I don't know. The first one came out. What was that? 20 years ago, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. So this was entirely new to me. I got in there. It's free to play, and you're just skating around San Vansterdam. It just rolls off the tongue. But it's got like the controls are all done with the sticks, so it's like they call it flick it controls, where like you just flick it to do different tricks in different ways. So basically, you're just cruising around this big open world. There are daily challenges that you have to do. Like there's this thing where you follow the line and you like do it, doing tricks as you go along the way. And the more things you do, you get like a currency to go buy cosmetics. Really, just like t-shirts, upgrade your skateboard looks and stuff like that. And I had fun with it. Did you get a chance to check it out at all?
No, but I really want to. It seems like a really good one for playing on PS5 controller.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing it on, and it looks great. It's not like the visuals aren't really blowing me away, and I'm assuming that's because it is on everything, and then soon to be on mobile. I wonder if it's just like one thing. But it's good enough where like I'm never like, oh, this looks gross or anything, and it plays really well. Like the way cruising through the game, like after not playing this before, I've played the Tony Hawk game, which is much more arcadey. You're constantly doing button inputs to try to get through this. This flows a little bit better. Unfortunately, like though, for me, after a little bit, I'm bored with it. Like the world kind of feels empty. There's not a ton happening for it being this big, MMO skateboarding game. It doesn't feel like there's a lot going on. Now this is early access. It's got, it's got potential. I'm excited for them to start doing more events, bringing people in to make it feel a little bit more lived in. But right now, like I'll definitely go in every once in a while, but I don't feel the need to like go in and do daily challenges to get like a different t-shirt or whatever. There's really nothing that's bringing me back into it. I haven't played it with friends. That might be different. Trying to one up each other, doing cooler tricks and shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see more. I'll play it every once in a while if I'm in the mood for something like that. But it's not like, I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to last in its current state,
Yeah. So like aside from the dailies, is there an overarching goal that you're going for? Or is it like you pick something out of the shop you want and try to grind for it?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So there are like there's different spots throughout the world where it's like lined up for like a trick, and you could compete like for like the highest score for that area. Each area has like a high score, puts you on a leaderboard. There is a builder mechanic that I didn't mess with at all, that you can like put half pipes in over here and that sort of thing, and like try to create these cool areas. I didn't touch that at all. I don't even know what state that's in, if it is in this current version. So yeah, there's stuff that I could see people that if you're into that stuff, the high score chasing or the building, like bringing people in regularly to keep up with that stuff. But until they really start adding new areas and bringing in events, they're talking about doing seasonal events and stuff like that, which I think would be cool. I think if you offer limited edition like cosmetics for doing, where you chase a pumpkin man around or something, like that's fun. Or make it like, I'm sure they'll do like some sort of like holiday themed, like Christmas event or whatever. So I'm interested to see what they have planned for this game. So I don't know. I'm not going to delete it off my PlayStation anytime soon. I will definitely keep going back to it, check it out, see the state of it. And it being free to just play a cool skateboarding game is awesome. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, if you said, like, here's an awesome, very well-made skateboarding game, and it's free, and you could just go skate in this huge open world, I would have been like, no complaints, But now it's just like with everything that we have available, It's, I do want more. I am pleased with like EA, the way they're doing it. It does feel a little empty, a little corporate, but they're not charging. There's no pay to win mechanics, or no real need to spend any actual money in the game that I thought. So that's good, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. But I think you should try it. Put it on your PlayStation. I would love to hear what you think of it. I know, like, you play Tony Hawk and that sort of thing. Did you ever play the Skate series?
No, just Tony Hawk's games.
Okay. Yeah. So, I'd be definitely interested to hear what you have to say about it, and the open world and that sort of thing. And also, I need you to try to beat my high score, which is like 27. It's not good. It's not good at all. So, it took me a little while to figure out the mechanics of the thing. Once I got going, it was fine.
Okay. Yeah, I look forward to trying it out.
Yeah, let me know. All right, and then next up, Dying Light: The Beast came out on September 18th. This was initially intended to be a DLC for Dying Light 2, but is now a standalone game. I thought it was really cool that if you did previously buy Dying Light, the Ultimate Edition, this game, you'll get it for free. So they no longer offer the Ultimate Edition, but this was advertised as being part of that. So it's cool because it's a $60 game. They're charging $60 for this. And the premise of it is cool. You play as this dude, Kyle Crane, half man, half beast. And there are these two different play styles that you can do, the beast style, or the man style. And, they're pretty intense. Like, looking at some of the visuals, you were like ripping people in half, and it's crazy. But it's the same idea as the previous Dying Lights. There's a day and night cycle. During the day, you can explore. Everything's a little bit safer. But at night, you gotta like run and hide, or fight for your life, because that's when the bad guys come out. All the zombies come out, and you're doing like it's got parkour. Did you ever play these games? Any of the Dying Lights?
Yeah. I played the first one when it came out.
Me too. That's the one I played. I never finished it. I think I put maybe like 10 hours into it. And I enjoyed it. This was one where I always intended to go back to. I thought the idea of it was really cool. The whole day and night thing. And the parkour was good, right?
Yeah, felt really good. And I'm hearing good things about this one, that it feels good. I saw that it was sitting at about an 8 out of 10 or 80% on Metacritic. And the only bad things that I heard about it, people saying that, like, it's kind of obvious that this was supposed to be a DLC. I guess they didn't like that there's nothing really changed about it that much. So it's kind of like it's the whole Call of Duty situation this year. You're just buying the same game again with slightly reconfigured elements to it. And that they're taking your XP away and making you start over, like from a tutorial mode where you're weak again, and that kind of sucks. But I wonder what's behind the reasoning of making this its own standalone $60 title instead of the DLC they planned.
Yeah, it is weird. Big. Yeah, because I mean, the game. When did Dying Light come out? Dying Light 2 it wasn't that long ago, right? A year or two ago, and then. I am seeing that this, as a standalone game, is fairly short. So, it's still within an acceptable DLC time amount. So, I don't know. It is weird. But, like, it looks gorgeous. Like, the open world is beautiful. And it does have a 4-player co-op. I don't know. I'm assuming the last one did as well. So, that's pretty cool. You could get in there with your friends and play it. But, like you said, good. It's getting good reviews. If you're a fan of the Dying Light series, check it out. All right, and last up, I had to just throw this one in there because this is another one that I really got fully into this week. Megabonk came out on PC September 18th. And what it is, it's basically just like one of those roguelike survival games, like a vampire survivor situation. But this one has like super fast, fluid movement. Like there's parts where you could like basically kind of like skateboards through the game where like you're going around and it's still like the auto fire, auto aim thing. So you don't have to like aim at anything. It's just going. You just got to move around and survive. There are 240 different like quests within the game, basically like achievements, kill 100 of these, whatever. There are 20 different characters. Each one has different abilities. And then there's over 70 items that you could get to change your gameplay. And if you're familiar with the Vampire Survivor idea, you know what this is. As you go, you kill things, you get experience, you get random upgrades. You kill things, you get experience, random upgrades, and that's it. Just survive. And there's just waves of enemies coming at you. And this one, just something about it, man. It's very it embraces the memes too. Like, so there's a lot. It's never takes itself super seriously. And it's just like a very, very well made Vampire Survivors style game. This one I was just won over by like, I just happened to look at Steam the other day and see like, this was the #1 game on Steam, overwhelmingly positive reviews with over 2,000 reviews, less than $10. I'm like, all right, we're getting it. Like, it was like, I knew nothing about it going in, and it really won me over. It's a beautiful game. So yeah, any fans of that genre, this is another one that you'll enjoy. You gonna get in there? You gonna bonk some shit?
Thinking about it, yeah, this was like very from out of left field. Surprised to see the game we were talking about when you added it to the list. It looks a little bit like you're playing RuneScape or something from back in the day.
Yeah,
like PlayStation 2 graphics.
It's something. Very like, but, yeah, more of those PS2 graphics.
It's fun.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I'm having a blast with it, and like I'm very much. Actually last night I fell asleep playing it. I'm playing it on my Steam Deck, and I was playing it. I had a good run going, and woke up and looked down at it and it said, "You're dead," and I'm like, God damn it, I was doing so well. But you know, it's what happens when you don't have to like aim or anything. You know, I'm just moving around, and I'm like, now granted, I was a little drunk, so. You know, it's not, the game's not boring or anything. I was just very drunk. All right. And that is it for our new releases from this past week. Let's jump right into our news of the week. All right. First up, the cost of gaming is once again going up. Because now Xbox has announced a price hike coming to their consoles effective October 3rd. This is due to the U.S. Tariffs. The Xbox consoles are made in China. China is getting hit with tariffs, 10 to 40% depending on the items. And this is the cost that we have to pay. And it's, okay, I have a question for you. Didn't this happen already? Didn't we talk, did the Xbox raise their price earlier this year, or did they just announce it? I couldn't remember. I was like, but then I was also, the PlayStation raised their prices, Nintendo. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know, but yeah. I
don't remember Xbox doing it recently, unless it was like, only just like maybe their top tier console or something like that.
Maybe it sounded real familiar, and we could probably just look this up. But I like to speculate. That's the most fun part about it, is just create rumor. But this time, so the prices are jumping. The Xbox Series S is jumping from $379 to $399 for the 512. The 1 terabyte $429 to $449. And then the Xbox Series X digital is jumping from $549 to $599. The Xbox Series X with the disc drive is jumping from $599 to $649. And then the 2 terabyte Galaxy Black Special Edition Series X is going from $729 to $799. So $20 for the lesser ones, $50 for the Series X. That's a considerable jump there. But I mean, we don't need to talk about this much because I think it was just a couple weeks ago, we talked about the PlayStation raising their price and how it's weird having a console go up in price after a few years as opposed to going down, which how it used to be.
Right.
But I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, that's interesting, and it's crazy how similar it is to the raise in prices on the PlayStation 5. Like it's $50 just gets you from there to there. But I don't know. Maybe they're going to eat a little bit more of the cost. Maybe they're trying to get the consumer to still be able to afford the console. But these are so expensive. I mean, one thing we're talking about is them not going down in price over time like they usually would trend, but the just general cost of a console these days is so far up there. And I don't know, maybe when you adjust for inflation, the Nintendo Entertainment System was like the same price as this Xbox Series S, the cheaper one on this list, but I doubt it was the value of like $799.
Right,
in 1987 money.
Yeah, like I mean, we're like grown ass adults doing this. Can you imagine like being a just like a kid that wants an Xbox or whatever to play games with their friends, and they're like, "Mom, can we spend $600-$700 so I could have?" Like my mom would never give me that. Like I'd have to get a job when I was like a 13-year-old.
It's a lot of lawns to mow. I was thinking,
right? Absolutely. So yeah, it was. I've been looking up the if they hiked prices in 2023, so it was not what I was thinking of. And then they announced that they were planning on doing it earlier this year, but then didn't announce a date. So I got my shit all mixed up. But yeah. So yeah, go buy an Xbox now before October 3rd because you save some money. You go buy 1 month. With that $20, you can go buy 1 month of Game Pass. That's what it's all about. Oh, look at that. Game Pass Wave 2 was just announced for September. All right, games coming this month, already out. Modern Warfare 3, For the King 3, Overthrown, all came to Game Pass Standard on September 17th. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor came to Game Pass Ultimate on September 17th. Frostpunk 2 came to Game Pass Ultimate on September 18th. Wobbly Life came to Game Pass Ultimate and Standard on September 18th. Hades came out on September 19th. And then Endless Legend 2 is a day one games coming into their game preview, which is like their early access, comes out September 22nd. And then Sworn, September 23rd. Peppa Pig World Adventures is back, September 25th. Visions of Mana, September 25th. And Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, September 30th. And Sopa, Tale of the Stolen Potato, day one, October 7th. And then, let's see, coming to Game Pass Core, CD Skyline, Dizzy Dreamlight Valley, Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. And then leaving September 30th, Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, and Terra Invicta. What are your thoughts about Wave 2 of September?
God, quite a lineup. I mean, there's nothing in there that jumps out that I like have to play, but there's so much variety and so many things to choose from that I just feel like I could play 4 or 5 of these things just to see what they're like and have a pretty good time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the difference between, like, I think last week we talked about the PlayStation Plus and just like nothing. Like there was nothing really that was interesting for us. And this, like you said, there's no major games where like every once in a while they'll have like a brand new day one game, whatever. Nothing like major like that, but like, absolutely. A lot of good variety and some great games. Hades, if you've never played Hades, is a fantastic game. If you're a fan of the Survivor series, like I was talking about, the Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is one that I really want to play. I haven't played it yet. I really want to get that on my Steam Deck, so I'm not going to play it on here. But yeah, man, good quality stuff. Peppa Pig was on Game Pass a while ago, and now it's back. I never beat it, so I can get back in there, try to 100% that.
Yeah, back by popular demand. Now, I was surprised to see that Modern Warfare 3 wasn't already on there. I thought most of the, most 5 or 6 recent Call of Duty titles were on there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this works. It might have been on Ultimate, and now it's just on Standard. I don't know the difference between half of these things, so I don't know. It's very confusing. I realized halfway through talking about this, I'm like, okay, this is on Game. There's Ultimate, PC, and Standard, and I'm like, should I be saying which one's getting which? I don't know. Go look at the list if you're questioning it at all. But yeah, the day one games on this, that Endless Legend, that is a strategy game. That one is like a political strategy game. Doesn't really interest me too much. And then the other one, Sopa, Tale of the Stolen Potato, just based on the name alone, I'm absolutely in. I love potatoes. But it's
hate when people steal them.
Right? Goddamn thieves. This is explore a world of magical realism inspired by Latin America. Journey through enchanting landscapes, meet quirky characters, and gather exotic ingredients for Grandma's soup. I'm in. Day one, October 7th. I'm going to be sopa in the shit out of that one. Yeah. All right, moving on. Cyberpunk 2077 2 is in the works. Or you think it'd be called Cyberpunk 2078? Or do you think, what do we think the name of this one's going to be called? 2087? 3077?
Maybe. I mean, we got to get some details about what the setting's actually going to be. I guess that would probably tell us more.
But yeah, we don't really know much other than what was revealed in a recent job posting. So yeah, someone recently noticed a posting for the role of Cyberpunk 2's lead network engineer, and it lists the job responsibilities as including the need to develop and optimize multiplayer systems, including matchmaking, with an aim to address challenges related to latency, bandwidth usage, and server performance. So what do you think, dude? Cyberpunk multiplayer confirmed?
Well, I was very hyped for it when they said it was going to come out in 2019. So, I really hope that in 2029, when this game launches, it'll have some multiplayer to it. And I'll be excited and I'll want to play it. But kind of wish that was there back when the first game came out.
Yeah. I mean, they had a lot to deal with when the first game came out.
True.
So I totally get them not working on this anymore. But yeah, it's exciting. Like, what do you think the multiplayer would be like?
Yeah, that I kind of wonder about that, because in my mind, like the best open world multiplayer that I've played is like GTA 5 so far, and I'd want it to be something like that, but at the same time, don't want it to be quite so simple. I mean, this is an RPG. I would hope that there's something going on as far as like, maybe you can join one of the gangs in Night City, or the Marauders, or the bad guys, the good guys, the Corpos, and you have a role-playing game inside of like a role-playing portion inside of an organization. And, that's going to set up fights, turf wars, all kinds of stuff. That's like, it happens in the world, you experience it in the single player, but you're not always like so heavily involved, or you're just like a lone wolf in all of this. So really a multiplayer online would be pretty cool. Scale back on like some of the suits and stuff you can get, so that you have something to work towards, something to earn, different currencies and things like that, so you can look really cool once you put a lot of time into the game. I think that would be worth playing.
That sounds really dope. I think you should apply for this position. I think you've got a lot of great ideas.
Sure.
I think you could bring a lot to the table. So I'm just going to send them.
Execute.
No. Who needs skills in this day and age? You're going to get laid off real soon after that anyways.
Yeah, laid off anyway.
Yeah, I'll send them this clip, and you guys can figure it out. But yeah, that sounds like fun. So look for that in 2077. Wow, that's weird that the game's going to come out the same day as the name of the game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up, Sony. And we talked about this before, a long time ago. Sony is suing Tencent over this game Light of Motoram. I think we talked about it, where it looks a lot like Horizon Zero Dawn. This was in July they started this lawsuit, and now we're finally getting some information about the actual court case, and it's really interesting. So Tencent, they're not laying down for this one. They're fighting back against Sony, talking about that Horizon Zero Dawn was not really an original idea to Sony. So they're like, we could play this game, and they're saying that it was very similar to Enslaved Odyssey to the West, which also had a redhead lead character, and there was robot monsters. So it's really interesting. Yeah, in a legal filing reported by the Game Post, Tencent described Sony's move as an overreach and highlighted other game franchises with similar elements to Horizon Zero Dawn, such as The Legend of Zelda and Far Cry. It was startling, Tencent said, that Sony was now attempting to claim Horizon's concept was original rather than an idea based on ubiquitous genre ingredients. By suing over an unreleased project that merely employs the same time-honored tropes embraced by scores of other games released both before and after Horizon, like Enslaved, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Far Cry Primal, Far Cry New Dawn, Outer Wilds, Biomutant, and many more, Sony seeks an impermissible monopoly on genre conventions. That's pretty good, man. If I'm the judge, I'm saying you won. Just with that right there. So yeah, what do you think about this whole thing?
Well, if I had to guess the outcome, I'd say it's going to go in Tencent's favor. I mean, they've got Sony on the books shelving the project for a while because of the similarity between it and the other game, like Enslaved or whatever it was.
Enslaved, yeah.
Yeah, and then they just waited a couple years and came out with it anyway. So to try to claim that theirs is any more unique than this other one, I think the problem was in the trailer we got for this Tencent game, it just looked so much like the Horizon Zero Dawn. It may go a completely different way storyline-wise, but, I mean, it is pretty similar. I figure if you're Sony, rather than try to bully away the competition, stand on the idea that your game is the superior one, that people aren't going to go run out and play this other one and think it's better immediately. And if it is, then kudos to the other guys.
Yeah, that's a great point, man. Like, when we first saw that, I think you and I are both like, oh, shit. Like, it was so similar. The designs, like, everything. Like, even the little things. Like, Aloy has, like, a robot, like, earpiece thing. And this character is, like, a redhead with a robot ear. And then, like, the dinosaurs looked identical. I was like, this is crazy. But, yeah, I think I agree with you. Like, do something... a little different, kind of set yourself apart, keep that stuff in there. But yeah, there's going to be similar games and one of them's just going to be better. But Tencent has, like, if you go to the Steam page for this game now, The Light of Motoram, they don't include any pictures of the lead character. There's only one picture of the dinosaur thing. So we'll see. Maybe they're, like, working to change that. There's going to be, like, a brunette in they're just going to change the color of her hair. See? It's all different. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Outcome?
Oh, please don't.
Did we have any outcome from the Palworld lawsuits, like Nintendo versus Palworld over the similarities to Pokemon?
No, so that actually, it's a good question, because I was just reading about that the other day. It's still going on. Palworld is complaining. They're making statements about now mods being similar to. It's very interesting. So I actually thought about bringing that up in this show today, which I didn't. But talking about how mods use the certain things that Pokemon has patented, and then Nintendo saying, like, well, mods aren't games; those are actually based off of a backbone to work with. So that was like a part of the lawsuit that just came up. There was another thing too. Palworld was saying very similar things, as in this case, saying that before Pokemon even existed, there were the capture feature mechanic
Yeah.
in games and that sort of thing. So they're using that same argument that Pokemon just kind of perfected it based off of other games as well. But that lawsuit is still going on. Palworld just announced their 1.0 release is going to be in 2026. They didn't give a date or anything like that, but yeah, man, it's all going crazy, like with these lawsuits and the patents and stuff. I don't know. Are there just not any more original ideas that people are just getting too close to other ideas, or is this just trying to are these companies maliciously trying to just take ideas and make money from them? What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's almost the other way around. I think the big companies that are established are just kind of trying, in both of these cases, trying to bully away the competition. Trying to say, you can't do that because that's too similar to what we've done, even though we've got no real legal ground to stand on. I will concede in the Palworld example, they did have a few monsters that looked a little bit similar to some of the Pokemon models. And I don't know them. My knowledge of Pokemon stops after the first, 2 generations. But you have thousands of them. Something's going to end up looking a little bit the same when somebody else goes and draws a monster. It's going to be hard not to have some sort of duplication. Maybe it was a little more brazen than that, but I don't know. I just think Pokemon doesn't like that Palworld exists, and it's strange because I don't think Palworld is getting the consumers of Pokemon who buy all these games so loyally. I don't think they're taking money from Nintendo's potential there. In this other case, I could totally see somebody who is really into the Horizon series to really be into this Tencent game instead. So maybe they have a little more ground to stand on there. But in the end, if the similarities are mostly just cosmetic, I don't know. I don't think this needs to be resolved in court. I just feel like both people should try to make the best game they possibly can. Don't infringe on each other's copyrights in the process, and let the market decide which one's better and who deserves our money.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I do look forward to the outcomes of both those trials because I think we're getting into a time where these are going to be precedent setting as far as patents go. We've been talking about it a lot with the Nintendo and Pokemon patents, and as far as licensing and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it'll be very, very interesting. We're like, our game Cyberpunk 2078 is coming out, where it's like set in a very funky distant future with Johnny, what's the guy's name? What's Keanu Reeves' name in it?
Johnny Silverhand.
Yeah, our guy's name, Johnny.
Main protagonist is V. Ours will be X. We can do this.
Oh yeah, Johnny Goldhands and or Jimmy Goldhands. Let's not get too close. But yeah, it's the whole thing. It's very interesting. So we will definitely keep you posted on any new developments. All right, and then last up, we finally have a release date for one of my most anticipated games. The game called Dispatch. It's going to be coming out October 22nd for PS5 and PC. Now, this is the game where it's a narrative-driven game where you play as like a superhero dispatcher. It's the one with got all the voices: Aaron Paul, Jeffrey Wright, Matt Mercer, Alana Pierce. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. And then they announced it's going to be an episodic game. So it's not like the old Telltale games where each one is a $10 or whatever. You're paying the full price for the game, which I think they maybe announced is $39.99. And then it's going to come out. The first 2 episodes will be out on October 22nd. And then there'll be episodes, I think, weekly, until the final one comes out November 12th. Maybe they're doing two a week. They want it to be like a television show. So you're paying, you're going to own the whole game, but they want it to have like legitimate cliffhangers and stuff like that at the end of the episode, so you're drawn back to play more and do it like a TV show, which I think is a cool idea if it's done right. You know, if all the episodes are strong, you know, I can see like them like putting out like a stinker of an episode, and then I'm like, oh really? Like I got to go back and play more of this. But like, hopefully it's all good and it's fun because I am excited. Does this one do anything for you?
I don't think I want to play it myself. The voicing is cool. Mm-hmm. I only recognize Aaron Paul and Moist Critical out of the whole list of voices I'm looking at, though. So that's not really what's going to get me into it.
I don't know who.
I do find it really interesting.
Moist Critical.
Okay, you've probably seen him on YouTube. He's got a white T-shirt, long black hair, and a beard. And he has a really deep voice. Also goes by Penguin Zero, Charlie, and maybe like 5 other names.
Okay. I know who this... Yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is... they're obviously like... they realize that something's going to change here in the way that games are released, especially games like this where it's more narrative featured. Mm-hmm. We're talking about like streamers being voice actors on it. They know that people are going to stream this game, and if the whole thing is let out, somebody's going to sit there and play this thing in 2 days, and then everybody forgets about it. But releasing it in episodes like this so that people are following along, it gives them time to get invested in the game. It gives them time to go buy the game for themselves and play through it in their own way after they've watched their favorite streamer go through it. I think it's a smart move. I think it's interesting what's going to happen with other games if this is successful.
Yeah, that's a great point. I never once considered it from the viewpoint of like, yeah, this is not a game where you need to play it. You could enjoy it just as well just watching your favorite Twitch streamer play it or just watching it on YouTube. And yeah, it being then more of like a television show where you got to tune in to see what happens in the next one. So yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, I think it's cool. And I'm really, really, really hopeful that it is good. I played the demo. Dude, it was so funny. So funny, like so vulgar. Like there was like so many curses in it. It was great. I'm really looking forward to the final thing, and I will be playing it week by week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, anything else from you over there?
No, I believe that's it.
That is it. Thank you so much for checking out this episode of Gaming News Weekly. We'll be back next week talking about Sonic Racing. I'm hearing great things about this Sonic kart racing, dude. It makes me want to buy a fucking Sonic kart racing game, and I don't know if I've ever thought about that in my entire life. But
oh yeah, get the racing sim set up, everything.
Oh man, dude, I'm painting my face blue. I got the whole look, dude. It's happening. But yeah, we'll be talking about that next week and a bunch of other stuff. So be sure to check us out on YouTube at Pop Culture Playground. Make sure you subscribe there, and then also anywhere podcasts are found, just type in GNW into the search. This show will pop up. You hit subscribe. That way you got it ready for you on the go every Monday morning. And yeah, you'll be the coolest kid in school if you are up to date on all the happenings in the video game world. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going to go play some more Megabonk. I'm going to bonk some things. And yeah, you go play Skate. That's your homework for next week. I want you to download the Skate and meet me in the square.
Reach under the half pipe at 5.
Yes, San Vansterdam. Oh, I hate saying that. Yeah. Stupid. But all right. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.